What up? What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's going on? So, it's been a lot of, I don't know. Have y'all been seeing the videos where people are renouncing these? Well, I've seen a lot of sororities, like, you know, AKAs, Deltas. I've seen people just renouncing, these are Christians. So, what's the title of this thing? Are members of Greek organizations that are believers serving two masters? That's the question. So I was watching I guess it's a podcast, I guess it's called. Tiffany Montgomery was on a podcast called, uh, forgot the name of the podcast, but I'm going to share it with you, so it doesn't matter. We're going to see high integrity or something like that. Highly initiated. Um, so I'm going to share my screen real quick. So they got to a point where they were talking about sororities and fraternities, and she made some statements that I wanted to share because I've seen this. I've seen this in churches. I've seen, there's days when they'll do the step shows and the Greeks will come out in their letters. And is this something that should be celebrated in the church? Are you serving two masters when you take that oath? Whenever you cross in that fraternity, and there's been lots of testimonies of, what goes on in those rituals, or I won't call it a ritual, I'll call it a ceremony. But nonetheless, there's talks of, there's been people that have talked about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and post, and this is a clip of the full interview or podcast. It's probably like 3 hours long, but this is like a 3 minute segment of it. Um, so I'll show y'all the link, I guess, to the full, because the video was like, that whole thing. It's worth watching the whole full pod. Like, they went in, but let's jump in real quick.
With that being said, I would say everybody that's in a sorority and a fraternity has made that their idol. It is made that their comfort. It's made that their open door. It's made that what they rely on. It's what they use as a crutch. God is out of the picture, even if they identify as a Christian. Now, the goal I want everybody to do, since most people.
So everybody that's joined a fraternity or a sorority has made that an idol. That you've made that an idol. That's what she said. So let's keep going.
Joined a fraternity or sorority 20, 10, 15 years ago, right? I want you to go back to the declaration you made. I want you to go back to the oath, the vow, and the pronouncements that you made when you got there. I want you to open up the Bible and I want you to read them side by side. And I want you and your Holy Ghost, you say you have the Spirit of truth, to judge and say honestly, the pronouncements I made with this organization should have only been made to God. And only if you have the spirit of truth and not the spirit of error or the spirit of offense, because you're not offended with me, you're offended with God, that you will say, I am not only going to denounce this sorority in prayer. Let heaven and earth record this day. I denounce my affiliation with this sorority and fraternity and this Freemason Association and Eastern Star Association. But I'm also going to write a letter of denouncement. Well, fortunately, there's a generation of people who have been coming out of these organizations of believers, young believers, older believers. After they do what I said, they write out, they pull out what they vowed 20 years ago. They pull out the Bible and say, oh my gosh, I made a vow to an organization that I should have only made to God, right? They've been coming out. Well, recently the organizations have started to say, you can denounce, but you have to agree to these rules. You have to agree to never talk bad about us. You have to agree to never say what your process was in getting here. Right now, they're trying to put this requirement for you to. They're trying.
So you can denounce, but you can't. Don't give away the goods. Don't tell us secrets.
To
Keep
make
that
it
to
very hard
yourself.
for you to denounce. And I don't think that God wants you a part of any organization that's going to make it very hard for you to denounce. That's not God, right? That's not the nature of God. Also, I was fair to say 99.999% of y'all got jumped in like a
Yeah.
dummy.
Oh, damn. You
Let's
gonna
just
call
be
me a dummy?
true. Yeah,
I got hazed up. I
just
got hazed up.
dumb, it's dumb.
I wouldn't haze. So,
I'm
and
just saying,
I actually
we're
speak
gonna
about
call
that.
it,
Actually,
yeah, we're
somebody,
gonna
because people
call a
ask me that
thing
all the
a
time.
thing. It's
Yeah.
dumb, and to think that that's God, that's what I'm going at. You identify as a believer.
I mean, I remember my college days, Um, I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the deciding factors. Well, I wouldn't say deciding factors. I I thought about joining a fraternity, but I mean, you did have the process, and I mean, I'm college, 18, 19, 20. I'm like, mm, that's kind of. I felt the same way. I'm like, that's kind of dumb. I'm not. If they're gonna be doing all that, nah, that ain't me. And I don't know. I just it was a thought, but I never really looked like went to any informationals or took it real serious. I just it I didn't have that feeling of like, yeah, I need to do this. But let's continue.
Not saying you do, but I'm just going with the hazing part of it. And you want me to believe that your God, my God, Elohim, said that you should get hazed to be into this organization that you made an oath, a vow, and a pronouncement that only should have been made to God. And you want me to believe that this is God. It's not. God would never do that to you. God would never get you jumped in. God would never. I've heard the hazing stories, both on the men and women side. It's not God. And now they're trying to make it impossible for you to get out of it. That's not God. The devil does that, but God doesn't do that because I'm a fruit inspector. So you can't tell me, I don't care how much they do for the community. Well, we give a lot to the community, we give a lot to the poor, so do drug dealers. Frank Lucas did it.
Mm.
Oh,
So that's a thing. That's a thing. I've heard that a lot. Well, the community, we give back, we do events, and you see them. You see the organizations, they'll come out and they'll do events. One thing that one argument that I've heard was the organization is when they do the event, it's about boosting up the organization. So it's not necessarily that they're doing charity, but it's also like promote this sorority, promote this frat, like you know, we get the glory for this charity that we're doing. I mean, that's natural to do, but when you think about it, you know, so let's continue. It's almost
what
done.
drug dealer don't give away turkeys on Thanksgiving? What drug dealers don't give away toys and stuff on Thanksgiving? They do it all the time. That's why the neighborhood loves, the community loves them, right? That doesn't matter. Your giving doesn't matter. Who cares that you are trying to cover up the oath and the vow and the covenant you broke to God up with a few turkeys? You are a turkey.
Hold on, y'all.
Interesting. So, I mean, I know a lot of people, church members, friends, old people from college. I know a lot of people that are in sororities and
Did you
fraternities.
know Turbo?
And hold on, let me get rid of this. Stop screen. And you know, what do y'all say to that? I can't speak for it. I haven't been a part of the process. I haven't been behind the scenes. I've seen and heard stories from people that may have shared, but I haven't been a part of that process. I don't know the oaths that are taken. I haven't. There's people that have uh, released different things. I haven't read through that, but I mean, there's testimonies all over the YouTube, Facebook of people that have renounced and that they're coming from it, and it's a wave. So there's something to it. I would challenge, anybody that's connected to me that I know personally. If you're part of a Greek, maybe you're not active. You just kind of still have your letters and you'll wear them every now and then. Maybe the church brings something up, or maybe an event, a community. Think about it. I mean, just do some digging, and really, really, if you are a believer, really ask God, hey, like, I may need to go ahead and renounce this. I need to, make sure that I have any of these oaths that I've taken. I break that, and I break the demonic curse that may have come with that, and get that off you. It's a real thing. The spirit realm and oaths and contracts, all that stuff is real. Um, you could believe all day, but if you took an oath, you took an oath. So that's all for today. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I have a new YouTube page, so if y'all wanna go ahead and make sure y'all right quick view your channel. Let me go ahead and share. So yeah, we do YouTube. So that's the cover. We're working on the banner and all that, but just pumping out content. You can see we live now. Got some shorts. So yeah, make sure y'all follow this. It's at Talton E Jet. So it's my name. It's me. But yeah. Sunrise, Frats. It's time to really think about renouncing. So catch y'all on the next one.